Welcome back. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Appreciate it as always today. Yeah, today we're going to tear into ESPN for their absolute clown show, their latest clown show, I guess I could say. They dropped a segment called Is Caitlin Clark the greatest of all time in college basketball? They teased it with her front and center in the thumbnail, which only had 5 players in it. And then, surprise, surprise, proceeded to trash her. Originally ranked her 5, then they actually kicked her off the list entirely simply because she didn't win a title, and that is ESPN's criteria for not winningest player, greatest player. I'm not sure they understand the definition of words, but they are stretching because they have to keep Caitlin Clark off lists like this. They're going to use her to get the views, but they do not want to praise her in any way. So please do not be telling me that the sports media is changing, that ESPN is changing their tune because they may have someone here or there that praises Caitlin Clark. This is peak anti-Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome. And yeah, we're going to call it out. Smash that like button. So here is the deal. I'm going to play a little bit of this for you, ESPN. 10-minute clip they did, hyping the GOAT debate for college. As I mentioned, YouTube thumbnail, Caitlin Clark smack in the middle, surrounded by 4 others. So there's your top 5, right? And she's the star of the show. No, no, no. No, no, no. She's not even in the top 5. They originally made her top 5, and they said, yeah, you know what? Nah, she didn't win a title, so she's obviously not great. Brianna Stewart, number 1, of course, 4 titles at UConn, and we'll get into that in a minute. But typical bait and switch. ESPN needs Caitlin Clark, but they hate Caitlin Clark, and they hate that they need Caitlin Clark. But let's be real, she is the only one moving the needle, even just a little bit. And then they're going to dunk on her with some arbitrary rule because it's the only thing that they have. And I'm like, ESPN just turned into my middle school gym teacher with this stuff. No trophy, no glory. I mean, this is laughable stuff, but again, it's deliberate, it's on purpose, and that's why it has to be talked about because again, and I've said it before, no pushback, people buy this nonsense. First, let's talk a little bit about oh no, you know what? I'm gonna play this for you first. Okay, let's get into this. I made you wait long enough. Let's play a couple of bits from this and we'll talk about it.
And they don't have as much help as we would think around the like. I mean, let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
McDonald's All Americans.
I hear what you're saying.
But
Okay, I'm gonna play that over just to be sure. I didn't set up, as you'll see here, I had to blur the highlights stuff because, some places get sensitive about that. But they are talking right now about Brianna Stewart. As you can see, she's number 1 on the list. So pay very much attention to what she says in this first sentence.
it's
lose.
They did not lose, and they don't have as much help as we would think around the like. I mean, let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
McDonald's All Americans.
I hear what you're saying.
But Stewie really got out there and showed what it took to win in not just like subtle wins, but like dominant wins. These were like, I remember my friend played against them in one of the island tournaments. They beat them like 113-30. It was
Let me ask you something. Much greatness does it take from an individual player when you're playing on a team so stacked against a team so inferior that you're winning 113-30? Answer that question. Let me know in the comments below, where is the greatness? That's like me going out and playing in a tournament with a bunch of 5-year-olds, and then you're going to tell me because I won everything and they were all blowouts and I won the title that I am the greatest of all time. It is absolutely absurd. You should be embarrassed to say things like this. I don't know how these people get hired, but they are an absolute joke. They're an absolute joke. ESPN is a joke. It is a dying company. They just don't know it yet.
wasn't even like a little.
But that's not abnormal. That was a normal occurrence.
And it's all going through Brianna Stewart.
Okay.
So
Now, what you're going to see here, for those wondering, that is Cheryl Miller at number 5. And then we think, oh, they're going to get smart. They're going to make the switch. Now, it's an absurd switch because Caitlin Clark is clearly number 1, but they were going to switch her with Cheryl Miller. But take a listen to this.
Let me throw a little wrinkle in here.
Okay. There we go.
What if we switched?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
okay, well, Sam,
This is all food for thought.
So here's the thing. Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that. But in the open, we said What makes a top 5 player? Winning. The only strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name through a direct reflection of her skill set. But how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why I agree with you. Convince me, Ari. We're switching.
This is one of the dumbest and most embarrassing things I've ever heard. I don't know how this woman dresses herself. She's an embarrassment to everything in sports media. She is a joke. She has no job. The other lady's quiet. This guy's saying I agree with her. You can't be great unless you've won a title in college. Do you know how many great players that eliminates? By the way, they never ever talk about this on the men's side, ever. Can we talk for a minute about who Breanna Stewart had around her? She rolled with a UConn squad that was basically a WNBA all-star factory. 14, I believe, of her teammates went pro. We're talking all-star nods, titles, the whole thing. Stewart was a great college player, no doubt, but I'm not sure even at times she was the best college player on her team. She had a super team handed to her on a silver platter with nothing else out there to compete with them. Look at this list. Right? Stephanie Dolson, all-star. Bria Hartley, all-rookie. Kalina Moscada Lewis, WNBA champion. Kaya Stokes, WNBA champion, all-rookie team. And then there's Brianna herself. And then we've got Mariah Jefferson, all-rookie team. Morgan Tuck, WNBA champion. Right? Sania Chong, Gabby Williams, Azura Stevens, all rookie in 2018, Kia Nurse, all star in 2019, Katie Lou, who was drafted ahead of Nafisa Collier, also a teammate of Breanna Stewart. I think this actually is a huge mark against her. Caitlin Clark at Iowa, she's out there hooping with the Avengers. I know I'm the Avengers again of academia. That is what she is doing. If we take a look here, right? School teachers, dentists, doctors, occupational therapists, chemical engineers, civil engineers, nurses, real majors, which most athletes don't do. That's because they went to school and also happened to play basketball. These women were studying for midterms, not taking fake majors while dropping buckets. The only Iowa player drafted other than Caitlin Clark was Kate Martin in the second round. And let's be fair, no shade to Kate Martin. But does anyone think if Caitlin Clark is not on that Iowa team that Kate Martin gets drafted? Clark carried a squad of future PhDs, teachers to back-to-back title runs. Do you understand the year they lost to LSU? They beat undefeated defending champion South Carolina in the Final Four. Even LSU's coach, Kim Mulkey, said we weren't going to beat that team. And then the next year, they beat defending champion LSU in the Final Eight. Stewart had pros passing her the ball, and she had pros to receive her passes. Who's the real GOAT? I'd say it's the one who didn't need a stacked deck to rewrite the record books. Yeah, rewrite the record books. I won't even go through them all, but let's see if we have just a few of these. Most career points, most points in a single season, most career threes, most three-pointers in a single season, most career points in the tournament, most career assists in the tournament, most career three-pointers in the tournament, most points in a single tournament, most three-pointers in a single tournament, most career points in Big Ten, and on, not to mention she led the league in scoring 3 times, led the nation in scoring 3 times, led the nation in assists 3 times, something no one has ever done. He is the definition of greatness. This is a disgusting, embarrassing joke for ESPN. And here's where ESPN's agenda really stinks. They don't pull this title or bust garbage on the men's side. Larry Bird, no college title, still a legend. Tim Duncan took 2 cracks at it, didn't win. And there's a long, long list there. Nobody's knocking them off all-time great lists in college. Larry Bird took Indiana State all the way to the title game, 33-0 before that loss to Michigan and Magic Johnson. But Caitlin Clark, sorry, no ring. You're not great. Because again, if you heard her, it's not even about top five. You can't be great. Caitlin Clark, ESPN is telling you Caitlin Clark is not a great basketball player in college. She was not. ESPN's been trashing her all WNBA season, been downplaying her impact, nitpicking her games, and now moving the goalposts to keep her off this list. They had to make the criteria winning a title because it is the only thing they have to keep Caitlin Clark from the number one spot. Absolutely embarrassing. Normal people are no longer buying this crap. Can we take a look at this for a moment? Yes, that is right. This is the video. You need a Chrome extension for Google to see this, by the way. Uh, it has gotten ratioed 203 so far, 203 thumbs down to 131 thumbs up on this video. People are roasted them on X as well. Why? Because fans know and they're learning, thanks to people like you, thanks to people on X, thanks to I hopefully maybe a little bit me, because fans are learning that Clark, and I think they knew this without me. But you know what I'm saying? They know that Clark's the real deal. They're done with this traditional sports media crap. If you aren't seeing it now that there's always an agenda with sports media, I don't know what to tell you at this point. This is why folks like us on YouTube and people on X are taking over. We're going to give you the real deal. ESPN not going to learn though. We know that they're going to keep doubling down and doubling down. They're going to clutch their title criteria here like it's a security blanket. And when she does win a title in the WNBA, they'll figure something else out. Because then it'll be, oh, but so and so won a title in that WNBA and in college. I mean, Clark's out here breaking records. She's selling out arenas. She's selling merch. She's selling out merch. She's selling out I mean, seriously, who is winning this? Who's winning this? It's not going to be the former worldwide leader, now complete embarrassment, but of the joke ESPN. That is for sure. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So appreciate you being there. Go have yourself the day you deserve, and I will talk to you. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, please, please. I will talk to you later.